Welcome to all of you in this session of the network analysis, and here we will discuss today one very important topic from the gate point of view, and that is the Thevenin theorem. Thevenin theorem. What is the Thevenin theorem for me? The Thevenin theorem states that if you have any bigger circuit across any two open circuited terminal, then you have freedom to replace this entire bigger circuit with one equivalent voltage with series with one equivalent resistance. This is known as the RTH and this is known as the VTH. But what is this VTH and what is this RTH of this particular entire bigger circuit across this open circuited terminal? Firstly, we will discuss about what is the VTH. VTH means the Thevenin equivalent voltage across the open circuited terminal. Okay. But here what I am doing? I am doing the partiality across this open circuited terminal. That means I am really not bothered about what is happening in my entire circuit or what is happening in any other component in my circuit, because I am interested only how much voltage drop I am getting here, okay, and how much resistance it will offer whenever I will see from here when all the independent voltage or current sources will be replaced by their internal impedances. Okay, that means what is VTH? Just open circuited voltage across this terminal. That means if I will open this and I will see from here with the voltmeter how much voltage I will get across this open circuited terminal. That is my VTH. Okay. Now, what is RTH? RTH is the equivalent resistance seen from the open circuited terminal when all the voltage or current source are replaced by their internal impedances. But one point we have to keep in mind, we have a freedom to replace only the independent variable by their internal impedances, not the dependent sources, because you don't know what is the internal impedance of dependent source. That is why you cannot replace them. Okay, but you have a freedom to replace the independent voltage or independent current source by their internal impedances. We will go one by one. How to calculate the VTH of any circuit or how to calculate this RTH. That means you are replacing with one voltage and with one resistance. Then how to calculate this voltage and this RTH in my entire bigger circuit. Before going to the numerical, firstly I want to tell what will be the procedure to calculate the VTH and what will be the procedure to calculate the RTH in my circuit. That means my first thing will be the VTH calculation. My first thing is VTH calculation. That means how I will proceed here. My first thing will be, if I will provide any bigger circuit, then firstly you will identify the load across which you want to calculate the voltage or current or anything. That means the first thing is identify the load. And remove. As you will remove the load from your circuit, you will get open circuited terminal across the load. Yes or no? That means as you will replace the load, you will get open circuited terminal. The second thing will be calculate open circuited voltage across the load by any method of analysis. What is the method of analysis? The KVL, KCL, nodal mesh, super node, super mesh, whatever the method you want to apply, you just have to apply and you have to calculate the value of the open circuited terminal voltage. Okay. The third one is, that means you will get the VT. This open circuited voltage will be your VTH. Okay. That means how my procedure will go on. I will identify the load and I will remove from the circuit. In the second case, I will apply any method of analysis across the open circuited terminal and I will get the voltage across the open circuited terminal. And that voltage will be my VTH. And this is a procedure to calculate the VTH. Now, I got my VTH. My second term is RTH. My RTH calculation. RTH means the Thevenin equivalent resistance seen from the open circuited terminal when all the independent sources are replaced by their internal impedances. That is my RTH. That means what will be the procedure here? Firstly, I will discuss the case 1. When circuit will not consist any dependent source. That means in my first case, I will not introduce any dependent source in my circuit and I will try to calculate the RTH of that particular circuit only. That means in my circuit only independent sources and the resistances will present. Now, what will be the procedure for this? Procedure number 1, the same as my VTH calculation. The first procedure will be same. Identify the load. And remove. As you will remove the load from your circuit, again you will get the open circuited terminal. The second procedure of this is remove or not remove, replace. The second procedure is replace all the independent variable, independent sources by their internal impedances. And keep in mind, always the independent sources you have to replace. And my first case is only for the independent sources. Any dependent source will not present. Okay. Now, the third one is calculate equivalent resistance or EQ. Calculate equivalent resistance REQ across the open circuited terminal. Okay. As you will get from here, the open circuited terminal by any series, parallel or star to delta, delta to star, whatever you want to apply, you have to apply in this. And that is why you have studied the series to parallel, parallel to series conversions. That means how to calculate the equivalent resistance of the series combination, how to calculate the equivalent of the parallel, how to convert the series into, not series into parallel, how to convert star into delta and delta to star to simplify the circuit and to calculate the R equivalent of that particular circuit. As you will get the VTH and RTH in your circuit, then you will replace the entire circuit with this. And At the last, again you will add your load. And this is your RTH and this is your VTH. Now this circuit will become very easy to solve. And very small circuit you not have to put any extraordinary brain here to calculate the voltage or current across this load. And here your load can be anything. Because load is in your hand. You have freedom to change the value of the load. Now, we will try to solve this very simple example of the Thevenin theorem, and you have to calculate the Thevenin equivalent of this circuit across the terminal AB. That means how much equivalent you will see across this AB. And you can see from here, it is the question of ECE 2015. That means it was a gate question. Now we will try to solve. The first thing, what will we calculate? The VTH, the Thevenin equivalent voltage calculation we will perform in the first attempt. Now see, what was my first procedure? Identify the load and remove from there. And you will get the open circuited terminals. But that thing you not have to do here because already they have provided the open circuited terminal. That means they have already removed the load. Okay. That means the first procedure you not have to worry about here. They have removed already. The second procedure is calculate the open circuited voltage across the open circuited terminal by any method of analysis. That means I am assuming that the here voltage is VTH across this, and if it is grounded, that means the voltage here is VTH. The same voltage you will get here. That means I am assuming that here the voltage is VTH. Only two nodes are here where I know the potential of the first node. Only I don't know the potential of this node. That means only one equation required to solve this. That is why I will use here the nodal analysis. How to apply the nodal here? Just VTH minus 12 divided by 3. That means the current of this particular branch. As you have studied in the nodal, if the direction is not mentioned here, that means I will assume that the current is outgoing, because my assumption is this particular node have the highest potential in this particular circuit. That means this branch we have written. For this branch, the VTH minus 0 by 6 is equals to 1 ampere. I will not write the ampere here. Just calculate the value of VTH from here and you will get the value of the VTH. That means I will multiply here by 2 and I will get here the 6. Three VTH plus 24 VTH is equals to 10 volt. That means it is the voltage across this. The simple procedure to calculate the VTH, just remove the load and calculate the open circuited voltage by any method of analysis and directly you will get the value of VTH. Now, my second part of this will be RTH calculation. My second part is RTH. What is the procedure to calculate the RTH? Remove the load and get the open circuit. Which they will provide you in the exam, or if they are not providing, you have to remove the load. But in this case, they have already provided. The second procedure is replace all the independent sources by their internal impedances. And here you have all the sources are independent variety only. That means what is the internal impedance of voltage source? 0. That means I will replace by the short circuit. And what is the internal resistance of this current source? Infinity. that means it will become open circuit. That means I will replace this and I will replace this also. This has been replaced by the short circuit and this has been replaced by the open circuit. Because the internal resistance of the current source is infinity and internal resistance of the voltage source is 0. Now, after this, just calculate how much resistance you are seeing across this. How much voltage you will see from here. And as I can see from here, this 3 and this 6 are in parallel. That means my RTH is 3 parallel with 6. That means the value will be 2 ohm. This is my second one. RTH is 2 ohm. That means my equivalent circuit of the Thevenin across AB will be like this. The value is 10 volt and here the value is 2 ohm. The Thevenin equivalent voltage and Thevenin equivalent resistance. And such type of simple question they are asking in the exam. This is the next question of the same type and you have to calculate here the Thevenin equivalent across this terminal X and Y. That means how much you will see from here. Okay, and I will try to calculate the Thevenin equivalent across X and Y. First thing which I will calculate my VTH calculation. What is my VTH? They have already provided the open circuited terminal here. And I want to calculate what will be my voltage across this 5. Because whatever the voltage I will get here, same voltage I will get across the X and Y. I can calculate very easily. But before that, what will I do? I will apply the source transformation here to simplify the circuit. If you don't want to apply this, not a big deal. You can calculate with the nodal also. Just apply the nodal here and you will get this. But in the exam, my intuition will be to reduce my calculations, to simplify the circuit. And I will apply here the first. As you will apply the source transformation here, 5 and 5, you will get something like this. One current source will be like this. 5 by 5, that means here you will get 5 and here 1 ampere. And here you will get 5 and 5 are in parallel. That means you have a freedom to replace this. And the parallel of 5 and 5 you will get the 2.5 from here. Now again you got the practical current source. That means what will I do after this? I will apply again the source transformation from current source to voltage source and I will get the equivalent will be like this. 2.5 and the battery of 2.5. Because what is the source transformation for me? If I have any voltage source of V, this V and R. If I want to convert this into any other current source, how will I replace this? My current source will be like this. This value R will go here and this value will be V upon R. And this is bidirectional. You can go from here to here or from here to here. Okay. That means it is my circuit. I haven't changed anything across my load. I have simplified the circuit just to reduce my solutions. Now, what will be the voltage across X and Y? The voltage across X and Y will be voltage across this 5. That means I will assume that the current of this loop is I. That means V XY is equals to VTH is equals to 5 into my I. From this loop, I will calculate the current and I will multiply by 5 and I will get the VTH. I will write down, firstly assign the passive sign convention here. minus 2.5. 2.5 and 2.5 will become 5. That means plus 5i minus 2.5 plus 5i is equals to 0. And I will get, I will be 0.5 ampere. My answer is 0.5 ampere. After getting this I, if I will multiply with 5, I will get the voltage across this. That means my VTH will be 5 into 0.5 and I will get 2.5 volt. Now, secondly, I will calculate my RTH of the circuit. And what is the RTH procedure? Replace all the independent sources by their internal impedance. And this is my simplified network. If you don't want to simplify, you can apply the same procedure in there also. I will replace all the independent sources by internal impedances and I will get like this. That means you have shorted this and you have shorted this also. That means 2.5 and 2.5 in series. That means the equivalent will be like this. 5 parallel with 5 and you will get the X and Y here. And the parallel of 5 and 5 is 2.5. That means RTH is 2.5 ohm. And after this, if I will draw the equivalent circuit, I will get like this. RTH is 2.5 ohm and the VTH is 2.5 volt. And this is my Thevenin equivalent of that particular circuit. Now here we will discuss the case number 2 where case 2 when circuit will consist dependent and independent sources. This is my second case. That means my circuit will consist independent as well as the dependent source in my circuit. Then the first one is VTH calculation. The VTH calculation of my circuit will not change. That means again I will get the open circuited terminal by removing my load. Okay. And I will calculate the open circuit voltage by any method of analysis. That means same as the previous case. That means here I will write down no change. Okay. That means whatever procedure I have followed for VTH calculation in the independent sources only, same procedure I will follow here. But the new thing only will be the dependent sources. But in the method of analysis, we have seen that how to deal the dependent sources to calculate the voltage or current. The same procedure I will follow here also. But the second thing which we have to keep in mind, where most of the student will do the error, the RTH calculation. And that is why the case 2 you have written only in the RTH calculation, not in the VTH calculation. Okay. Then how to proceed here? The process number 1, which is same, identify the load and remove the load from the circuit. Identify the load and remove. After removing the load, you will get the open circuited terminal. The second one is also same. Remove or replace all independent sources by their internal impedances. Up to here the procedure is same. But after this, up to second, I haven't changed anything. But after replacing the independent sources, you will get the dependent sources is still present in your circuit. Then how to deal with that? Because you will not have a freedom to replace, because the internal impedance of the voltage dependent sources you don't know. You cannot create open and short circuit there. Then another method you will choose, that is what will I do? I am describing again. After this what will you do? Actually I am doing this. If you have this, after replacing all the independent sources, you will get the open circuited terminal, and here only dependent sources and R, resistances. Only these two things you have inside this. Any other independent source is not present. Then I will apply any arbitrary voltage of 1 volt. And I will try to measure what is the current this voltage source is pumping in this circuit. Okay, that means if I will apply the battery of 1 volt, how much current it is producing in my circuit. Here I have applied the 1 volt battery and I will calculate the response I, and at the last I will calculate the voltage divided by my current is equals to my R. Here my excitation is 1 volt, that means 1 divided by I is equals to my RTH. That means how much equivalent resistance I will see from this open circuited terminal after applying this battery. That means this battery will see this much amount of resistance. Then only it can offer this value of current. And that is why this method is known as the test source method. Okay, you have another variety also. Instead of battery, you have a freedom to apply the current source like this. If you have any other network across this, here only dependent and resistors. Here I will apply the current source of 1 ampere and I will assume the voltage developed by this current source is V. And at the last what will I do? V divided by I is my R. Here I value is 1. That means V by 1 is equals to my RTH. And here I have calculated 1 upon I is equals to RTH. That means whenever I apply the battery here if I will apply the battery, I will measure the current. Here I will apply the current source and I will measure the voltage. And all the time I am not interested what is the value of I. I am interested what is the ratio of 1 by I, and here what is the ratio of V by 1. Okay, instead of this battery you can assume that the voltage V you are applying and it is producing the current I. But the numbers are very easy with respect to variables. That is why it is my independent variable and I can choose any value. Yes, if you will take here 2, then the ratio will be 2 by I. If you will take here V, the ratio will be V by I. Similarly here, if you will take 2 ampere current source, the value will be V by 2. If you will take here 3, V by 3. That means you have to divide the numbers or multiply the numbers only with the value of the independent variables. That means in the third step is apply test source across open circuited terminals. The fourth one, we calculate the response and get the ratio. Now, if you are applying the battery of 1 volt, then RTH will be 1 upon I, because you are applying the 1 volt battery. This is RTH when test source is voltage source, and the RTH will be V by 1 when the test source is current source. Okay, and this will be my entire procedure to calculate the RTH with the dependent sources. Now you will see this is little bit complex than the previous case. That is why the GATE examiner are more interested in this part. Okay, and it is so much important from GATE point of view. Here, this is a numerical where again we have to calculate the Thevenin equivalent across the terminal A and B, how much resistance and the voltage equivalent you will see across this. But here, one twist we have, that my dependent source is also present in my circuit. Then how to deal with such type of circuit which will consist the dependent source and the independent source also. That means the first case, the VTH calculation. As you got the open circuited terminal directly here, that means you not have to worry about the first procedure. The first case, or the first as you are getting directly the open circuited terminal, that means they have solved the first part of this, and you have to calculate only how much voltage you are getting here. Here I am assuming the voltage is V2 and here the voltage is V1, and V2 is my VTH, and I am assuming that here it is grounded. You have to use any method of analysis and you have to calculate what is the value of V2 across this, because this is only my voltage here. As you can see from here, this voltage source is directly connected between the two nodes without having any resistance. That means I have freedom here to apply the super node across this. Or if you want to deal with the mesh analysis, you can apply. But I will not apply the mesh analysis here. Now, one equation I will get from inside of the super node. That means I will get something like this. Minus V1 plus V2 is equals to 20I. But this I is my independent variable. And what is my independent variable? This. That means my I is equals to V1 by 1. That means I have a freedom to replace this I by V1. That means 20 V1 plus V1 is equals to V2. V2 is equals to 21 V1. I have done this. Okay. After getting this, that means this is just because of inside of the super node. For outside of the super node, we have to write one more equation, and I will write down here. 1, 2 and 3 branches I have outside of the supernode. That means I will write down the current of outside of the supernode also. The first one is this, V1 minus 2 divided by 1 plus V1 by 1 plus V2 by 2 is equals to 0. 3 branches I have written the 3 parameters here. Just multiply here by 2 and multiply here by 2. Then the denominator will go out and here you have 4 V1 plus V2, 4 V1 plus V2 is equals to 4. As you will, I am interested in V2. That means I will replace this V2, V1 as a function of V2. Just apply here 4 into V2 by 21 plus V2 is equals to 4. Here you will get 4 by 21 plus 1, 4, and V2 will be 4 divided by 1 plus 4 upon 21. And here you will get 3.36 volt. Here we got the V2 is equals to 3.36 and my V2 is my VTH. That means I got the VTH is equals to 3.36 volt. Now again I will come to my original question and I will calculate the RTH for this particular circuit. Okay, and please keep in mind the RTH calculation and the VTH calculation is a separate process. Please do not try to mix. That means whatever the value you are getting here, you will paste here across this. So please, RTH calculation and the VTH calculation is a separate process. You do not have to mix. And what is the RTH procedure here? Replace all the independent sources by their internal impedances in the first attempt. That means I will replace this by a short circuit. It is only my independent variable here. Now, this dependent source is here and I have here. Add one test source across the open circuited terminal. I have applied my test source across this battery of 1 volt and I will assume that the current I it is pumping 1 volt. So please do not get confused with this I and this capital I. This capital I is response of your battery and this I is independent variable of this. Just because of that I am assuming that my value is A. Then what will be my RTH? The voltage is 1 and the current is A. That means at the last I will calculate like this, 1 by A. Now I am assuming here the value is 1 volt because I have connected the 1 volt battery here. And here I am assuming that the value is V. Then again apply the super node here across this and independent variable also you have. That means firstly I will write down V plus 1 is equals to 20 I. Inside of the super node I will get this equation. Then what is the value of I from here? V by 1 is equals to my I. Again I will put here, I will get V. That means here 1 upon 21 is equals to my V. Yes. This equation I got from inside of this super node. I will write down another equation outside of the super node. Just write down the equation there. V by 1 plus V by 1 plus 1 by 2 is equals to A. V by 1 plus V by 1 plus 1 by 2 is equals to A. Just try to write down here the value. 2V and value of V is 1 upon 2V plus 1 by 2 is equals to A, and V value is 1 upon 21. Just after calculation of this, and after here you will get A value is 0.595, 0.595, and after this you will get the value of A will be like this, and 1 upon A you will get the value is 1.68 ohm, and you got the value of VTH is 3.36 volt and value of RTH is 1.68 ohm. Here again, the question of the Thevenin, and you have to calculate the Thevenin equivalent across this load. That means you have to calculate the voltage across this and resistance seen from here. That means the first thing which I will calculate here, the VTH. The VTH will be the voltage across this open circuited terminal. As you know, it is open from here, that means no current will flow in this direction. If no current is flowing, that means it is a dead element for me, that means no voltage drop will be here. That means whatever the potential you have here, the exact potential you will get here. That means here my voltage is Vx, and here Vx is my VTH. Just you have one node, apply the nodal. Vx minus 10 divided by 5k, and it is incoming, which is 10 raised to minus 4 Vx. 10 raised to minus 4 Vx means it is basically 1 by 10k. Just kilo and kilo will cancel out, 1 and 2, and here Vx by 2 will be 10, and Vx is equals to 20 volt. That means the open circuited voltage across this is 20. That means the VTH is equals to 20 volt. Next thing, we have to calculate the value of the RTH. That means how much resistance you are seeing from here when all the independent sources are replaced by their internal impedances. Remove the independent source from here, and it will be like this, and add one test source of 1 volt from here, 1 volt. As you have replaced this Vx by 1 volt, that means here the Vx will be 1 volt, and you will replace this, and you will assume that the current is capital I outside of this. Okay, now here the voltage I am assuming V. Just apply the nodal at this particular point and you will get the value. V by 5k, current of this particular branch, it is outgoing, and rest of the current are incoming, is equals to 10 raised to minus 4 plus. Current is like this, that means 1 minus V by 5k. And here you can write this 10 raised to minus 4, that means it is basically 1 by 10k. This k will cancel out in each way, and here 1, 2 and 1, that means V is equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 minus V. That means you will take here 2V is equals to 3 by 2, and V will be 3 by 4. But what is my I? I is my this. I will be 1 minus V divided by 5K. That means you will put here 1 minus 3 by 4 divided by 5K. That means I will be 1 by 4. That means 1 upon 20K. And what is my RTH? The voltage is 1, current is I. That means my RTH will be 1 upon my capital I. That means the value will be 20K from there. That means my VTH is 20 volt and my RTH is 20K. And this is the simple procedure to calculate the VTH and RTH for the dependent sources also. And this is so much important from gate point of view. So please, all of you have to concentrate on the Thevenin specifically. And thank you.